Hello, bonjour à tous. There is a little kitty here. You cannot see him, he is here. Oh. Can I tilt this camera? Oh. He is not, oh. Hello everybody! I'm a little more alive than I was last time I did a video. I do not know what that means for the quality of this video. I am not sure it will necessarily be better, although having said that, last time my video was all over the place and I believe there's still a typo in the title and I just literally haven't had time to fix it. It's not important. I have my little list as always. I'm on a little bit of a time limit, so I'm going to be talking quickly. So I'm gonna say from the offset, no standout books this month. Actually, no, not in the same way there were for January and February. My March reads were a little middle of the line. Where's my cat? Welcome. Let's just get into it because that's it. First book I read in March, The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. That is her name. So this, I liked it, but it's a little more fantasy, romantasy. I wanted it to be a little more freaky, a little more, I was going to say a little more historical, but that's not true because it does the history very well. So, this book is set in Spain in the later part of the 16th century. I don't believe the year is ever mentioned, actually, but it can be inferred through the text. I think it stuck to the history aspect quite well in that it was accurate as far as I could tell to customs, to dress, to etiquette. That was really interesting. I really loved that about this book. It was, I mean, it's the romantasy of it all was okay. Yoink! I think it was entertaining, but it is romantasy. It's not spooky, it's not horror. I thought maybe it would be a little bit, but it's not. It's just romantasy, and I bet I'm covered in cat fur now. Hold up. I release him. I'm gonna say I enjoyed the writing, I enjoyed the setting. It's not my genre, but it's not a bad book, so 4 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5. My notes are not extensive this month. You'll have to just bear with me. Next up, The Haunting Season. This book is set in winter. It has multiple authors. It's a selection of short stories. I read it as the weather was becoming sunny, which was a little bit late on my part, but actually it's fine. It's fine. It's okay, so we've been through my feelings on short stories before. Short story collections are okay, but there's always winners and losers in a short story collection. Nothing ever sticks with me at the end. I've moved on. Because I have to. You have to keep moving on when you're reading a short story collection. But I liked it. So please forget everything I ever said about short story collections, because this is a really good one. Even though it's all set in winter, and I read it in March, which is arguably still winter, but it was definitely pushing it. It feels like you're meant to read it in December, January. That was the vibe I was picking up. I will put on the screen a list of all the authors who write different short stories in this. You may recognize some of the names. They've done a variety of things. I haven't read books by all of them before. I've definitely read books by some of them before. Why do I feel like my shirt is trying to defy gravity in this room? I think ghost stories work a lot better for short stories than general stories do. Because ghost stories know what they are already. When you go into a ghost story, you know it's a ghost story. They're not my favourite kind of horror, but they're fun. I'll say that. I like that every story in this selection, it's doing it again. Do you see what I'm talking about here? It's like, I've got no shoulders. I'm showing you all skullduggery today. He's here with me. Oh, and I've got my skeleton. This is Manfred from Dragon Age. And I love him. Anyways, so short stories. You go into a short story, you have to work out what you're doing there, firstly. And then you have to gain some affinity for the characters, and then they have to resolve an issue and you have to feel something about it. For me, I spend too much time, for the most part, trying to work out what I'm doing there in a short story when I'm reading. With a ghost story, I know what I'm doing there. There's a ghost. This isn't the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make, secondary to that, is that I promise you there was a point here. Oh! The ghosts are all real. And I don't know whether it was part of the brief for writing these stories, for the people who did it, but none of them are fake out ghosts. None of them are, oh, but actually it might be inside your head. They're pretty, I'm pretty confident they're all real ghosts. They've all got real goings on. I don't know why I took my hair down for this video. It looks like I haven't brushed it. Because I didn't. I took it out the hair bubble and I didn't brush it, and then I just started recording because I don't have time to do anything else. Anyway, if you can forgive me for that, we shall move on. I'm going to say this ghost story selection is not a 5 out of 5, but it's a 4. It's a comfortable 4. None of them, despite being very good, none of them are really things that I go away and I think about forever. That to me is a 5-star story. You wouldn't believe I ever learned how to talk some days. Don't know how to do it. So 4 stars. It's good. It's not life-changing. You're welcome. The next book, we changed track a little bit from spooky to modern horror-y stuff. That is Girls of Little Hope. This is by 2 people. And I just wrote Sam Dale down in my notes. And now I'm not sure if that's one person or if that's the first names of 2 people. So I will put that on the screen as well. I'm not prepared to do this at all. This is your classic 90s punk feminism, slightly cringe American story. It's very American. If anyone watching this video has played Lost Records, the video game, it's a choice-based video game. It has the exact same energy as this book, and that's fine. I really loved Lost Records. It's called Lost Records Bloom and Rage for anyone who wants to play it. I'm fuzzy. There we go. Because I think in the context of a video game it works. In the context of a book, I didn't like it. I thought it was too... It was... It's... The cringy dialogue is too cringy. It's too... stereotypical, I guess, in the characterization, and the plot, I like the concept but not the execution. So it's, the setup is that 3 teenage girls have gone missing in a small town America, and then they come back but something's not quite right with them. Classic. Horror loves a there's something not quite right, and so do I. But this did not execute it as well as it should have done. When it was revealed what the actual goings on were, it's really cool. It's a really interesting idea, and it's not what I thought it was. It's just not written in a way that I enjoyed reading, and that's fine. I don't relate to small town 90s America. I don't think I ever will. So that's that. I also think books with 2 authors are really interesting. It's really hard to pull that off, and I know this. If my dear friend Oliver is watching this video, we know it's hard. I think this every time I see a book written by 2 people, because we did it for fun as teenagers and it was amazing and I had a great time, and the product we've been left with is one that I cherish very close to my heart, and it's also completely unusable in terms of publishing. We were also teenagers, but in terms of just the logistics and the way it works, I can't conceive a way in which you can do your best work in partnership with somebody else. Maybe this is because writing for me is a very introspective experience. Maybe I just need to try again as a not teenager. I don't know, but I don't know if I should look into I don't think there's any specific interviews people have done about this. Well, not these guys. Other people probably have. Feasibly, I could look into, this is me talking to myself, I could look into Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, whether they ever talked about what it's like writing as a duo. The problem is, you know, Neil Gaiman, that's an unfortunate topic which we won't be going into because it's very sad. Anyway, I didn't like it. 2 out of 5. I don't have time for all this. I'm not beating around the bush. Cheers. Damn! Lemon. Next. I don't know what time it is. Oh, I do, I can see the clock. Oh, we changed again after this. I was like, you know what? That wasn't a vibe. Let's go back to something spooky. So I did. I read The Fisherman, which is famous. It's so famous it was in the video game Tiny Bookshop, which did not have many horror titles in. Having said that, it's a very, very cute game, and anyone who likes books or cozy video games should also play it. Am I doing a book review or a video game review? I could do a video game review if you'd let me. If you'd let me. So, The Fisherman was not what I expected. It is in essence a story within a story within a story. So you start off with your first fisherman, shall we say, of the evening, and he has been through certain trauma. He makes friends with a guy at work who's been through worse trauma. Ugh, hate when that happens. And they go fishing together. So that's okay. We're going to categorize them as Fisherman 1 and Fisherman 2. They stop somewhere. They go to this freaky town, and the guy at the diner is like, hey, don't go fishing in this specific location. It's my duty to tell you why, but not exactly like that. I'm paraphrasing horribly. But then he tells the story of Fisherman 3. We'll call him Fisherman 3. The evil fisherman. Please never hire me to summarize your book. This is awful. So okay. A long time ago, when this area was being built, there was an evil fisherman. They just called him the Fisherman. I don't know if he was even a fisherman. And he was doing crazy sort of evil ocean monster experiments in the small town. Why did it get so much brighter in this room? I don't need you to see all that. I wish I could change my settings mid video, but I can't. Don't look at my room. I told you I didn't prepare for this video. Okay. Make the book bigger. Think about that. Think about the power I have in here. Thank you. So there was the evil fisherman doing experiments. There's a word I'm searching for that I cannot remember. What's it called? When it's like Cthulhu. Guys, I should know this. Why is it so bright in my room? I've put a blue light on overhead and you can't tell. I swear at the start of the video you could tell I'd put a blue light on. So Lovecraftian. There are Lovecraftian horrors beyond your comprehension in John Langan's The Fisherman. That's a bit catchier. So they narrated this story, and this story actually takes up most of the book, which is what I wasn't expecting. Most of the book is this man telling them this story, which is a story he heard from someone else. And the timelines all get a bit crazy, but it introduces a really interesting narrative style with minimal dialogue for the absolute most of the book. And my eyes jump between different paragraphs when I'm reading, and then I sort of go back and I try and make sense of everything all at once, and then I turn a page and then I do it again. So for me, dialogue is really cool because it helps with the jumping, because it really spaces everything out. This book did not do that, and it was still totally and completely comprehensible, and I loved it because it's spooky in a way that sits with you. In the moment of reading it, it didn't feel 5-star to me. It felt fine, but I was sort of waiting to see, like, oh, why is it that this book's super famous? Or why is it everybody says this is bone-chilling horror? Oh my goodness. And there was never one moment as such. It's more that when you finish it and put it down, you go, and then you think about it a bit too much. And it's that really sort of unsettled core, uncanny feeling that it gives you. That's what made this a 5-star book for me, and I believe for lots of other people as well, because as I say, it's famous. How are we doing for time? I have a bit more. Well, that's good because I have more books. Next. Okay. Victorian Psycho by Virginia Feito. This book's messed up. I'd heard it was messed up and I didn't believe it, and then I read it and I was like, ew. It's messed up. I did like it because it's messed up, because it doesn't lie to you about being messed up. It's true. It's crazy. So what I was expecting is, I think it is the general idea for books of this subgenre, which is Victorian horror but also female-led horror. There's an expectation that the crazy woman is not really crazy. She's just had a horrible life. People have done her wrong and so forth. I was expecting that, but no, she's crazy. The title is not lying to you. So there's a lot of violence in this book. She's trying to... I won't tell you what she's trying to do ultimately, because that's a spoiler, but she is trying to work as a governess for a particular family, and the family she's chosen does matter. That's all I'll say on that. And at the same time trying to suppress her urge to do horrible, grievous harm to all of them, including the children. This is not a book for the faint-hearted. There is violence to children in this book. At one point she does murder a baby, and it is described in graphic detail, which is insane, because most books, even if they go quite hard on gore, they will temper it a little for children and definitely babies. Not today. Oh my gosh. I enjoyed it. I think it had a positive ending. And if you're sitting there wondering, what in the heck, you just said she was killing babies, how can this have a positive ending? Read it. For those who don't want to read it based upon what I've said but still want to know why I think the ending is positive, I'm going to count down from 5, so people who don't want a spoiler can skip the next 10, 15 seconds of this video. Are you all prepared for that? Asking the room collectively, okay? So the little girl that she's the governess for ends up joining in on her killing spree after having a horrible repressed childhood in which everybody was mean to her. She gets away with it, the governess does not. The governess is killed. You're welcome. Spoiler over. Spoiler over. Hello everybody. You can come back. Hi again. 4 out of 5. Next book. Strange Houses by... There's the focus. Uketsu? I don't know anything about Japanese name pronunciation, so sorry if that is incorrect. So I have been holding back on these books for some time because I wanted to read the first one that he wrote, I think Uketsu uses he, him pronouns. I'm not sure because they're an anonymous person who I believe also does YouTube content creation and then went into scary stories, but the story is written as though it's a thing that's happening or happened to him as a real person. So it's fake truth. I'm not going to re-explain that. You're taking fake truth. That's what it is. I actually only got this because I got a bit confused. I thought this was the first one, but he's written other ones before. This is the first of his Strange Houses books, but there are 2 other things he's written in a similar vein before he did this. Anyway, whatever. As it turns out, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was fun. It was weird, and I read it really quickly because it's really easily formatted. That was really nice, and I'm someone who loves houses. I've talked about this before. I love houses on a few levels, actually. Looks like Pusheen's sitting on my head. So I love historical architecture, and that really primes me to be interested in house-themed horror. This is not about old houses, this is about new houses. But I found that it worked really, really well. This book, it does what it says on the tin. It's about strange houses, and given the format of it, it's that someone has approached Uketsu, or whoever they are writing as, in this fake autobiographical style, and given him a copy of a floor plan or something, or he's found a copy of a floor. I don't remember. Anyway, he's somehow got this floor plan, and he's talking to people about it because it's just a little bit weird. It's got dead space where there's no need for dead space. It's a matter of, is there something hiding there? If you overlay the upstairs and the downstairs plans, some things aren't quite right. What's going on? It's not in a supernatural way, I will say that now, because initially I wasn't sure. Having read a couple of months ago, I did review it in my, I believe, January video. We Used to Live Here. That's a strange house in a more paranormal way. This is a strange house in a murder way. Don't know where I did that for murder, but that's what it is. And he meets some people, gradually unravels the mystery. It seems to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and I was really enjoying it right up until the end, and it just felt a bit anticlimactic. The fun is in the mystery. The fun is in the mystery and being able to sit there and work it out with them. Big one for fans of Scooby-Doo. That's it. 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. Feeling generous. Next. Last? Dang. I had so many books. I had 7 books. And I've just zoomed through them. Well, we'll talk a little bit more. Yet. Sorry, I'm playing with my hair bubble that I took out right before starting this video and then complained that I'd taken it out. I don't know what's wrong with me. So ghosts again. We did This House is Haunted by John Boyne, who you may recognise as the author of The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. That was a little unnerving to see on the cover. Did not really know what I was getting myself in for with this one, but it was fine. Ultimately, am I just sitting too close to the screen today? Is that what's going on? Or not close enough? This is worse. So this is this house is haunted. It's your classic haunted house.
It's your classic haunted house.
It's Victorian again. It's a haunted house. She's another governess. Gosh dang, we just love them. A haunted Victorian governess, haunted in various subgenres of meaning. This time it is a lot more classic. This is a ghost story. She is being haunted by a malevolent force in the house where she is governessing. Is that a word? And she, you know, her dad's just died before she moved out. There's all sorts of things going on to do with grief and love and family. And it's not like reading The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Do not worry. It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm actually going to put it only as a 3 or 3.5. It was enjoyable, but it's nothing new. It's, if anything, it's predictable. And that's what I read. That's what I read this season? No, this month, in the month of March. Last month. So, yeah. My extra book. That's the next thing I tend to do. I'm gonna veer in a different direction with this because I think we've done a lot of classic things this month. So I want to talk about something that is absolutely not a classic or a stereotype in any sense of the word. In fact, it is possibly the most confusing book I've ever read, and that is Gideon the Ninth. And the whole series surrounding it. I cannot begin to explain these books to you because I don't understand them. All I know is that they are so good and they're so detailed, and you cannot understand what's going on the first time you read it, even if you're trying really hard and focusing on every word, which is not something I do. You need need is too strong. You benefit from a strong understanding of religious imagery and stories, folklore, themes and allegories in general. You will need to just be on your feet for this one. You cannot be slacking. It's insane. It's got lesbians, it's got swords, it's got space. They're in space. It's post-apocalyptic, I think. It's got skull faces, and it's gothic as heck, and I love it. I don't understand it, but I love it. It's the sort of thing I really do need to reread because I may get it better now that I've read, now that I've read the whole series, or rather the whole series to date. There is at least one more coming out at some point that has not yet been stated. I've never read another book like this. It is compelling and it is weird and it is awesome. Read this series if you haven't already. And I am sure most people have, because you should. I think about this book probably every single day, in some form. My nose has a big red spot on it, and it's not even a spot, it's just what my face looks like. When I finish this book, and in the many subsequent months and years since, I continue to find new interesting takes on social media about it, and new ideas about what different things mean, what they symbolize. If you love symbolism, oh my goodness, it doesn't matter about the rest, please read this book. It's so cool and it's fun. It's not in your face religion, but it's very clearly religious, and not in a preachy way, just in a absolutely horrifying, how can we totally deconstruct the world's most famous narrative sort of way. And that's powerful, as in like not in an emotive way. I mean, that's powerful as in the author Tamsyn Muir. She has the power. She has some kind of power that I don't comprehend. I'm a little scared of her, and I think we all should be, in a very reverent way, ironically. That's that. Shall we put them in order? Okay. So, top book of this month is The Fisherman. To no one's surprise, for 'twas agreed upon many moons ago by the general consensus of the public. They're right on this. Next, I think, was Strange Houses. Quite different to anything I've read. I definitely want to pick up his other works, or their other works, see if they are as good. My only fear with this sort of thing is it may be repetitive if it's the same format and concept every time, but I don't know, I've not read the other ones, so we'll see. Third, I'm going to put The Haunting Season. Very, very good for what it is. Like I said, it's hard to do the short story thing well. It benefits that it's ghosts, but it's still, every single one was good. I don't think there was a single flop. So, make of that what you will. After The Haunting Season, Victorian Psycho. I did read this all in one sitting. I didn't even say that before. I did read it all in one sitting, just in my house one day. It's not very long. It is very weird. It is very gruesome. It's different. It pushes boundaries in like a freaky way. And that's cool. That interests me. But it was a bit much sometimes, and it felt like there was not as much narrative gain for that as there could have been, so that's why it's a bit lower than it might have been otherwise. Next, it has to be This House is Haunted. I liked it, I had fun, but it was quite predictable and quite normal for a ghost story. It's okay. I think once you've written The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, you've had all the success you need for your life and for your tragic storytelling, so he'll get over it. Then it's The Familiar, because this was good and I liked it once again, but it's not my thing. It was less spooky, more romancy. The romance was fine, but I wasn't that into it. And then it quickly became apparent that it was the whole plot line, so that's on me for misunderstanding the themes of the book. If you are a romantasy person and you like a slightly darker romantasy or a historical romantasy, you will like it. It's not the writing that's bad, it's me. And at the bottom, I'm not even sorry. It's Girls of Little Hope. I just didn't like it at all. It could have been written with more nuance, firstly. Secondly, it could have been more horror and less, how do I put this? More horror and less I can't think of the word. Less cringe, honestly. It gives an idea of storytelling, but it's just not needed 24/7. Honestly, I swear to God, I was getting so fed up with the narrative style, with the... I know I felt like it was a purposeful choice. They meant to do it like that, it's what they wanted. Fine. Doesn't mean I like it. It was too much. And it took away from the story, it took away from the characters, it took away from everything we could have had with this book. Just because it pulled me right out, it flattened everything down. Getting angry, just thinking about what a bad decision this was. It also felt like the story was supposed to be centered around the friendship the three of them had built, and that almost didn't even come to anything. It's only right at the end that made any narrative difference at all, and even that felt like an afterthought. The very ending of the book was just so boring. I wasn't even this mean in my initial review. The more I think about it, the harsher I become. Didn't like it. I also think perhaps I was slightly misled by it because I was expecting it to be more similar to Picnic at Hanging Rock, which you can read but you can also watch. It's got a few adaptations. I believe I've seen the one with Natalie Dormer that I really liked. So that centers around it's either late 19th century or very early 20th century. 3 schoolgirls go missing in rural Australia. And I thought this was a 90s reimagining of that with some slightly different themes. It's not, it's completely different. I don't know why I thought it would be. I guess with sort of the combination of the feeling of the title and the idea of the 3 teenagers going missing, that's the signal I got, and it's just not like that at all. So maybe it was a case of expectations as well, but no, I didn't like it. So that's the bottom book. I guess that's me done. I did say I was going to do it quickly. I will try and edit the typo on my title for my last video. I've already read my first book for April. I mean, it is the 9th with me filming this. Yikes. Time flies, and it flies faster than I can. I don't think I have anything else to say on this one. It doesn't seem right to end the video with me getting frustrated about the book I like the least. Is this not the order I normally do it in? I feel like maybe I normally start at the bottom and go to the top. I've made only 2 of these reviews before, but if I did it differently, I apologise. Like I say, my notes are very minimal and I did not prepare and I did not tidy this room. I didn't even brush my hair this afternoon. So Stay spooky, everybody. I'll see you in the next part. Bye.